today. From SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California, it's Week 5 of the NFL on EA Sports. See Dak Prescott and the Los Angeles Rams taking on Trey Lance and the San Francisco 49ers.
From the second largest city in the U.S., Los Angeles, California, we've got football as EA Sports coverage of the NFL is on the air. And we are underway from SoFi Stadium. And this one fielded in the end zone. It won't be returned, so it'll come out to the 30. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. As we get a peek at their dynamic signal caller hailing from Mississippi State, it's Dak Prescott.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
Oh, the first play of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by Christian Harris. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. Jake Moody now for the point after. And the 49ers grab a 7-0 lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their second drive of the game. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. Again, it's Williams. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop it behind the line. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Back to return it, Christian McCaffrey. Pulled in at the 24. call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. Lance and the 49ers now. 1st and 10. Just shy of the 30. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. You talk about this Rams defense. They're just below the cut line for top half of the league, 17th in the NFL against the run.
One thing you do know, they'll be fired up because they're facing a top 5 rushing attack. And even if they have early success against them, they got to remember they got to sustain it because teams that are top 5, they don't stop running the ball if they don't get things done early.
Lance, that one out wide and intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. Following the interception, here's Prescott. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
Well, this defense for the Niners, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down.
I think that we all figured when he caught it that short of the marker, that the defense almost relaxed and said, we've got this covered. And then all of a sudden, space to run after the catch. And now they're screaming, somebody get him down. Fortunately, they got to him and forced the 4th down.
And nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He'll rifle this one deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Play action. Now it's Lance. And that one into the hands of Ayuk downfield. Down the left sideline. Touchdown, 49ers. Brandon Ayuk with career touchdown number 94. He ties both Jerome Bettis and Priest Holmes on the all-time list. And the Niners are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you give the defensive touchdown early to give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, we've had that conversation with them prior to the game. They always say, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does. So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. This will be taken in the end zone, and no run back forthcoming, so they will bring it out to the 30-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Williams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that kind of hit will certainly fire up your team, both on the field and on the sideline. Tackles for lost yardage, they're always welcome.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13. You look at this Niner defense, and this unit, very tough to throw against. Currently 2nd best in the NFL.
And this is where we talk game inside the game. Top 5 passing offense versus top 5 passing defense. I wouldn't be surprised defensively if they change up coverages a bit more than usual to try and combat what they expect to see.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's complete to Peoples-Jones. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They've needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. 2nd and 7. Prescott. That's caught. Puka Nacua. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well. The numbers for Puka a week ago. 10 catches, 130 yards.
5th in the league in receiving yards, and that's a strong category. I mean, if you're in the top 5 in anything, I don't care whether it's football or tiddlywinks, you're having a nice season.
And he'll get it down here to the 43. Caleb Farley there on the tackle. From the 43, here's a 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. Just a gain of a couple there. And now it's 3rd and 3. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
3rd and short yardage, Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. That would have broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. This will be the first red zone opportunity now for the Rams. 1st and 10 right at the 20. Now Prescott. Going quickly there, but it's incomplete.
So it looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Prescott now. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And the Rams are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your...
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. It's Jair Brown who's got it. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd and manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
Meanwhile, Lance's throw complete here to Ayuk. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Well,
of things you're hoping for when you run drag routes. You're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Now a play fake. Lance. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it's complete. In the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Ricky Pearsall with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the 49ers take a 3-touchdown lead. Well, I don't think that we're ready yet to say the route is on, but they have certainly looked near flawless here in this first half, and now an extra point away from making it 21-0.
Yeah, and your experience led you to say that, because we have both seen those 21-0 leads come and go in this league.
And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Moody good with the extra point, and it's now 21-0. A drive there of just 4 plays, and the end result for the 49ers, a touchdown. So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. This will be fielded in the end zone, but he'll decide against bringing it out, so they'll take over at the 30. And the L.A. offense ready for this next possession. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here, because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Now here's a throw that's complete. Call it a gain of a yard, and it'll leave them with 3rd and a full yard to go. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd and 1, here's Prescott. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard. Now whistles and a flag down. I think one of the Rams linemen might have moved. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. A full start backs them up 5, 1st and 15. To the air again, Prescott. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
He's second in the NFL in interceptions, and you understand why. He plays a game of great intelligence, understands positioning, and has a great ability to break on the football when it's in the air.
So fun to watch his closing speed, and another example of it on that play. Prescott now on 2nd down. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Down several scores and playing behind the chains is not the way to have success in this one. Right now, if you're the offensive line, your big concern, protecting your quarterback and giving him a chance to try and throw something downfield to pick up the needed yardage.
Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Here's J.K. Scott set to do the punting honors. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Taken in at the 22. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So here are the Niners to take over on offense. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10. They begin on the ground with Garendo. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Consecutive runs of 6 yards gives them a 1st and 10. Again, it's Garendo. There he goes, left side. And he's going to be forced out of bounds inside the 5-yard line. 71 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. He was over 100 yards a week ago, and he's well on his way once again.
Say it with me, partner. Encore, encore. This guy's headed towards getting it done one more time.
Here's Garendo on 1st down. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Isaac Garendo, his 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the 49ers are able to add on to their first half lead. Well, you talk about a team coming into an opposing stadium and just taking the life right out of a crowd. That's what we're witnessing here. 27-0, Charles.
And this defense, they've just looked completely unprepared for what's been thrown at them. And you know they're supposed to adjust series to series. That has not happened for them, so I don't think halftime adjustments are going to help a heck of a lot. They are in major trouble unless they figure out something really fast.
Moody good with the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. This will be fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. So it'll be a touchback, and that ball will be placed at the 30. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here's Prescott. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for L.A. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. That's taken on the 25. A good work bringing that one back as he picks up about 16 on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. On play action, Lance sliding out of the pocket, taking a shot for Samuel. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
He's got his target. That's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That's a third down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on third down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
From the gun, it's Lance. He's got Ayuk once again. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be second down. Lance looking to throw it. He'll buy some time right. He's got his man. It's the tight end, Brevin Jordan. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. On 1st and 10, here's Lance. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
Watch out now, 50 series. Black shot. Ready.
And they fake the handoff. Now Lance. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Throwing is Lance on third down. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Rams are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered, they'd had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them, because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number one. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here. The second quarter. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number one. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting 49ers. Well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well, as we are back and started in the second half. I couldn't take the chance. This will be returned from the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. And they're going to speed things up here. Lance going to try and throw on 3rd down here. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
Here we go on 4th down. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Rams get the football in outstanding field position. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. And Prescott, his 3rd interception. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the 49ers are going to take possession here at their own 33.
Partner, I think this will want to ride very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the 1st. And Lance now to throw. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, 49ers. Christian Watson, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the 49ers have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. And that's almost like one of your turkey bowl games, isn't it? Just go long,
Backyard.
man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Moody good with the extra point. And that makes this 35-0 now. So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. L.A. readies for its next possession.
Well, the disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that, because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook. The bottom line is don't quit competing.
So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. Off the play fake, Prescott. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Nick Bosa has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Over the middle, complete. It's Williams. And he's going to be brought down short of the 1st at about the 31-yard line. Here's J.K. Scott now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. The good kick, 48 yards, 4 on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that second score here in the 3rd quarter.
93 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive.
Another try for Guerrero.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Flush to his right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
Off of play action, here's Lance.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down.
And they'll go for it. Lance
rolling to his right and able to catch it, but he's out of bounds. And the throw took him beyond the sideline, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a 3rd situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
Yeah, he did not want to go down there as he carries tacklers for a solid gain of 9. And they'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1.
Play fake. Here's Prescott. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Niners will take over here just shy of the 30. And right about now, you start to think, and maybe they're starting to think, gosh, maybe points aren't going to happen for us in this game.
Well, it's a thought that is worth having because so far in this game, this defense has not just had the upper hand. They've appeared to be a step ahead, maybe even 2 steps to everything they've done. They've had an answer for everything this offense has thrown at them.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the 2nd half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
Throwing on 1st down is Lance.
Dancing to his left. And he's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. We have played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Los Angeles.
On 2nd down, a run with Guerrero.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2.
They'll try the middle with Guerrero.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
It'll go as a 1st down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
He's got a man complete.
That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco.
A great play there. 36 yards.
And the Niners are well on their way to a 5-0 start as they extend their lead. When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all three phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back through the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. This one fielded in the end zone. He'll opt not to bring it out. A touchback, and they'll begin at the 30-yard line.
Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
They'll go for a gain of 7, and that will bring up 3rd and 1.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
This is taken at the 15. So possession goes over here on the punt.
Now Brandon Ayuk ready to bring out the rest of this offense here for this upcoming series.
They might want to mix something up defensively because he's been shredding them a bit, hasn't he?
That he has, and even with all the changes that you know are going on the defensive side of the ball, he's still finding ways to get open, finding the right spots, and the delivery's been pretty good too.
He's over 100 yards, has the 1 touchdown score to this point.
Lance now on 1st down.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. 2nd down.
And now following that last play, I do believe we're going to get a review here. Yes, indeed, the red flag is out. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the decision to throw out that challenge flag, a good one, as they'll get credited with a completion. Handoff here, Guerrero.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today, and they're going to hurry back to the line now.
To throw, it's Lance. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. That'll be caught by Ayuk. Touchdown, 49ers. Brandon Ayuk
with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year.
And the Niners continue to run up the score. They lead it big here in the 4th. And you wonder now if he might be able to remove the helmet, put on the baseball cap, and watch the rest of this one from the sideline. His 5th touchdown pass of the game.
Say that again. Did you say 5th touchdown pass of the game?
Yes, sir.
Boy, that's a heck of a performance, isn't it? Because they've had no answer for him at all game long. Receivers have been open constantly, and he hasn't missed a single one of them.
Moody good with the extra point.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And this one fielded in the end zone. It won't be returned, so it'll come out to the 30. L.A. set to take over again on offense. Facing a big fourth quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. On 1st and 10, Prescott. Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Prescott to throw it. Pass complete there to Nakua. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 16 yards is the pickup there, and a first down for L.A. Throwing, Prescott. Going to be taken in here by Nakua. Only able to gain a couple there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Prescott yet again. And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Here's Prescott. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Still on his feet. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown. But they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And the result for the Rams, a touchdown. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. Big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably got some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. On 1st down, Lance. He'll rifle this one deep right side and give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Another touchdown here in the fourth quarter, and Charles, I think we can start to consider that this undefeated streak of theirs is going to be safe for another week.
And partner, you don't make it this far into a season without a loss unless you're getting contributions from both sides of the ball and sometimes even your special teams, and that's been true today. Each side helping guide them to this late lead.
Now Moody for the PAT. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. This will be taken in the end zone, and no run back forthcoming, so they will bring it out to the 30-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Prescott. That's complete. Jordan Whittington. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. To throw is Prescott.
Finding room at midfield.
And he'll take this down to the 40-yard line. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. And again, it's Prescott.
And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones.
And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Now Prescott. Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. And he works free. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. A big play that time on the catch and run. And it'll result in a fresh set of downs. Prescott. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
The 49ers ready to set up shop again offensively. And it's looking all the more likely that a 5th straight win is going to be in the cards. They'll try to run some time here with a 1st and 10.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down. That one looks like he'll throw here.
He'll fire this deep for Ayuk.
A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Play action. Now it's Lance. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
The extra point try now for Moody. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco. So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. This will be fielded in the end zone, but he'll decide against bringing it out, so they'll take over at the 30. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now Prescott. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Nick Bosa picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off season, but on game day, you both want to show your best, and I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Niners, they improved to 5-0 now on the young season. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. From Southern California, so long, everybody.